Good evening, Twitch. How you doing? It's Wednesday night. Hopefully you're having yourself a great week so far. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit different here. By playing a game that you apparently, technically, cannot beat. So, which is why I don't have this listed as Beat the Backlog. I even actually just realized I never had this in my backloggery until last night. I've been playing a little bit of Strike Suit Infinity, or as I like to call it, assuming it actually comes up. Apparently it doesn't want to come up. I'm a little surprised. There we go, that's where it is. Before you enter the combat simulator, we recommend visiting the training area first. A little bit long in the tooth for a name by Born Ready Games, but hey, it works. This is actually a very interesting game. I remember buying this game many years ago, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to play it. Because I still had, when I got this game, a Logitech dual action controller. Now I know that doesn't seem like seem like a big difference, but it actually is. One second, actually, I'm gonna guess I was one moment. Okay, never mind. Thought it was something important. It was not. That's a great start to the stream. Great start. But this is Strike Suit Infinity. This is by Born Ready Games. This is apparently their, I guess you could say, survival mode. Sold as a standalone game for their actual main game that they developed and released on Steam, which was Strike Suit Zero. And they had a couple of versions. They have Strike Suit Zero, and then they also have Strike Suit Director's Cut. If you are interested in getting this game, if you do like what you see, since it is the Steam sale right now, it is, I believe, around $4 for this, and I believe also for Strike Suit Zero, but I would recommend getting the Director's Cut, because that basically includes all of the DLC, so you probably don't want to actually buy Strike Suit Zero standalone, you want to buy Strike Suit Zero Director's Cut. So, just as a word of warning. For now, though, why don't we jump on into this game here? Actually, the first thing we probably should do, and I personally would make a recommendation, is always go through your options menus. It's actually very nice. There's a lot of options here. You have full screen, a lot of different resolutions. You can even have a multiple monitor mode, or even a cockpit mode as well. Audio is very straightforward. I'm going to go with this for now. If things are either getting too loud or too soft, I'll adjust it on the fly. Control options, probably actually the most important thing. This game actually has a wide variety of controls, so it's not just using a gamepad. This actually also supports, as you can see, that's not what I wanted. So this is joystick and keyboard, so if you actually do have a joystick, you can actually use a flight joystick and the keyboard to play this game, which is honestly be pretty awesome. And it honestly very fits for a type of this game. But there is also, I'm completely pressing the wrong one, there's mouse and keyboard as well. So we can actually switch through all of the options here. I'm just going to switch over to my mouse here since you won't be able to see my mouse, that'll be fine. So you can change the input device if you have multiple controllers. They also do have the Y-axis inverted, you can change that. And of course they also do add rumble, so we can actually save and exit that. Customize controls.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
The Savior, thank you very much for the host. Hope you had yourself a good stream. I'm just going over, this is Strike Suit Infinity. We're going to be flying around and playing probably actually one of the things I love back when I originally was able to watch anime.
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
And Exposure, thank you very much for the host as well. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for the auto host. But why don't we get back here to Strike Suit Infinity's options menu here. It's always important to be able to show this stuff off here. So this flight control bindings, very straightforward. There's transform, there's thrust, there's fighter forward thrust and reverse thrust. So that's for flight. Strike mode, this is your mech mode here. Basically just use the D-pad. And then you can use the shoulder buttons, or left shoulder buttons, L1 and L2 to move up and down. This is honestly a very... You'll learn that, kind of like a lot of other games I play, a little cumbersome on controls, but it's completely adjustable. So that's actually one of the nice things. From gamepad to keypad to joystick, there's complete controller configuration, which is a very nice thing. This just gives us our options here for when you're in ship mode here. How to use EMP, when to target, target ahead, target nearest, things you'll probably be pressing a lot if you've ever been a fan of playing games like TIE Fighter. You're probably very familiar with having to constantly switch your targets. Firing guns is R1 and R2. And you can even switch your guns with the D-pad. We also have more, which is special. That's your basically transformation here. Toggle the camera so you can actually turn into first-person mode. There's not only third-person, there's first-person. Auto-aim, that is for the strike suit, which basically auto-targets. So you're just stuck onto it. Of course, pause menu, and you can change priority if you want to focus on objective or just focus on a specific type of enemy, something else you're probably doing a lot of as well. And then finally here we have what I like here. I actually recommend this myself, but it really depends on what your experience is for flying games. I had to customize this a little bit. You can actually see the change there. It'll see controller F310. I'm just using a Logitech gamepad F310. And you can have the yaw and the roll. I swapped them, so I'll actually explain that in greater detail when we get into the game here. And there's fighter thrust. You don't really actually have to worry about that. And there's a strike mode axis as well. So you can just see up, down, left, right. So thrusting and strafing. But that's for the strike suit. But for now, though, why don't we enter the training simulator? I think that'll be the most important thing.
Welcome to the training area for the UNE Combat Simulator. This area has been provided for you to review your flight and combat skills before you attempt the simulator. You can choose either of the two available gates. To review basic combat controls, as well as strike suit training, use the blue gate. To review aspects of the combat simulator itself, use the red gate. You can quit this training session at any time.
Okay, so the one thing when I said about the bindings for the yaw and the strafe and such, I'm very much used to like Star Fox, so originally if you had left and right, you kind of see my shift basically kind of drift left or right. That's originally what I had mine set up as, and this is just me using the right analog, the left analog stick. Is I can go left, I turn left, go right, right, and of course up and down. You know, up is down, down is up, just because as things get reversed here. But if you originally though the default setup, and I'd probably actually recommend this the most here because originally I can actually do rolls and such. As you can see there, this is actually I assigned it to the right analog stick. And originally, that's not where it's supposed to go. It's supposed to... It actually default is, if you want to do things like roll and such. Honestly, I haven't seen a real good purpose for it. But you can also, of course, navigate with this as well, with the Y-axis as well. For now, though, why don't we actually... That's the wrong button. Why don't we activate our thrusters here? And let's go over to the first part of the training.
Initializing combat control training. Please follow the on-screen prompts.
So press X to select a target directly ahead, so whatever in your vision, that's actually what you select. You can also select whatever the nearest target is to your ship. You can press B, sometimes that actually might be behind you, so want to watch out for that. Select nearest, always choose the choose objective targets first. That's where the objective, the priority, comes back. So you can change the functionality of the nearest target with the gamepad by basically pressing select. Hold gamepad back will reset the filter to select objective targets. Objective targets are always marked with the red triangle. I can hold right trigger to fire my guns. And there's a lead indicator. This is actually one nice thing. If you are in the pilot mode, there is a lead indicator so you know exactly when you actually will be hitting your target. And then gamepad D-pad to link or unlink barrels with the plasma cannon. So I press up on that. Linked cannons do more damage, but drain your energy more quickly. That is very true. Energy is displayed beneath your weapon readout. So this is just set up originally. And then if I press up again, I fire just dual fire. But you can kind of see just how quickly my energy fades. So I'm just going to unlink it. you'll learn to develop a lot of personal preferences. So I can actually press B here. So, like I said, it actually might not be the target closest to you. But you can also press X. Oops, that's the wrong button. That's the mech. So you can choose X, and that basically just shows like what's in front of you. So I can press select here, and that'll actually do priority wreckage or priority objective. I'll hold the gamepad to lock on to. So that's basically showing me if I hold R1, I can fire missiles. And there's a little weird glitch with that if I press for firing. So actually I have to, let's hold select, press X. So you have to actually have your target selected if you want to fire missiles. And this is letting you know where you're in your flight mode or ship mode. You can press Y to evade, EMP to evade missiles. And you just basically bounce it. It does cost you your thrusters though. So if I press Y here in the upper right, you'll see my thrusters basically lose half of its power. And you can spam it.
Completed combat control training.
So that's the basic combats for the flight mode.
Initializing strike suit orientation.
Alright.
Please follow the on-screen prompts.
Destroy enemy ships and wreckage to collect flux. So this is what you need to actually transform into your strike suit. So you press flux to transform, press the A button to transform into strike mode. And in strike mode, flux is used up when you fire your guns or release missiles. Collects flux in strike mode to extend it, so basically, the longer the combo you have, the longer you'll stay in strike mode. I can press A here. And now you notice we actually do come to a full stop, so now gameplay actually changes. So if I want to move forward, I just have to move forward on the analog stick, back if I want to move backwards, and left and right. I can also double tap left and right to actually evade. And all of the motion up, down, left to right is actually now on my right analog stick. This is where the game kind of gets a bit confusing. So that's telling me the double evash. So the good thing about evading by double tapping left or right or up and down, you'll actually evade missiles. But it does, of course, cost you thrust. And you cannot use the EMP because the thing about the EMP, if you hold... So Y was EMP, but if you hold down... I'm kind of going ahead here of the tutorial here. On strike zone, here you go. Missiles can lock onto multiple targets. Hold R1 to lock missile on target. Once locked, for release to fire. In strike mode, hold Y to automatically turn to your current target. So basically, whoever you have your target is, it'll automatically turn towards it. If I hold it, you basically will automatically swap over to your next target.
Strike suit orientation.
So unfortunately,
You have completed basic training.
I didn't get to fire
You can
anything.
now quit the tutorial. Alternatively, you can select the other gate to review combat simulator training.
So for now, why don't we just go over to the red gate here so we can actually fight someone. Primarily to get around, you'll be flying your ship here. You can also use your thrusters here by pressing in L3. This game is a very button-busy game, I'm not gonna lie. It is a very button-busy game, but I'm actually okay with it.
Welcome to the training area for the UNE Combat Simulator. Enemies will attack in waves. Defeat the wave within the time limit to increase your multiplier. When the timer expires, the next wave will spawn.
Alright.
Wave incoming.
So there you go. So those are the enemies there, so I can press select here, so I can use fighter craft. Move out of the way. I can actually just hold down Y. And this is how you get combos. Like I said, you want to get kills in sequence. But once you're out of flux, you've got to switch back to your ship mode here.
Each round contains a preset number of waves. The number of these waves vary. You will be informed when the final wave for that round has been triggered. You can rearm, select, and upgrade reinforcements between rounds. Any allies that survive a round are converted into credits for you to spend on the next round. After each round, you'll be evaluated and given some insight into the next round. Review this information carefully before you select your reinforcements. You can change your reinforcements and weapons between rounds.
There we go. So, basically to do really well, you're going to be swapping back and forth.
Colonial transports are folded in.
Oh.
Take them out before they can escape.
Yep. So now I can press select here. Whoa, what the? Go. Probably actually gonna run out of flux here. I am gonna run out of flux, but I can speed up and start fire. Or it could actually just charge at me. I'll launch all my torpedo missiles at him.
Destroy enemy
go.
shuttles to earn bonus credits.
That's all I said. It's all about getting as many kills as possible. I can also switch over to torpedoes here.
Destroy enemy freighters to unlock new weapons and ship upgrades. You will earn bonus credits for any allies that survive the entire round.
There you go. And this is basically what we're going to be doing for tonight's
Wave
stream.
incoming. Destroy enemy capital ships to earn bonus credits.
Uh-oh.
Survive as long as you can. The simulation leaderboards will allow you to compare your performance with other pilots.
So this is the downside. I actually have a bit of an issue is to actually fire on this thing, you know, things kind of get very hectic very quickly. So things like the switching targets and such gets very hectic. So things like the plasma turret and such. It's something you really got to get used to. Actually, I probably just did blow this thing up to Kingdom Come here. So, it has very odd hitboxes. That's honestly the best way to say it, is very odd hitboxes. I actually kind of like using the torpedoes here now. I wish I had better guns, though. So, like, you could swip between the frigate. Let's see. You have to actually hit a very specific point. I'm actually out of turrets. Wow. Here. Actually, that's a little too close. I can actually probably use all my flux here. There we go. Oh, it left.
You have completed combat simulator orientation.
And that's the training orientation. Like I said, this is actually honestly a very straightforward game. Probably the biggest obstacle is going to be its controls. You really should take the time, and depending on how you enjoy flying, you should really take the time and adjust it. So probably you spend a lot of time going in and out of the training simulator. This is not one of those games you could just jump on in. But speaking of jumping on in here, I actually deleted my save data. This so actually you can actually see I have a previous score, but everything's locked. So there's actually 18 stages here, or 18 rounds basically. And the point of the simulator for Combat Strike Infinity is to see how long you can survive and see how big of a score. I kind of want to scream hacks the moment I see someone says 1 trillion points for the first round here. But we'll see. So there's actually 3 ships. You unlock the other 2 the more you play this game. But this is a very straightforward mission here. They'll probably just be using the default ship.
Welcome to the UNE Combat Simulator.
We're not beating this game because it's a simulator.
Wave incoming.
Alright. And there's our enemies. So we actually do also have AI that'll help us as well. The enemies also can evade your missiles as well. So don't think you can just get away with, you can get away with just getting... Really? Wow.
Wave cleared.
Don't think you can get away with, just getting every single,
Wave incoming.
just missile locking
Enemy
and leaving
transport
things alone.
spotted in. Take it out before it can escape.
There we go. This was the frigate. We fought that a little bit earlier. So, we can actually press B here. It says a fighter, fighter, fighter. Where's the frigate? Fighter craft, transport. Transport, freighter. There we go. That's not good. There. Need a little bit more time. So until I get in range, there you go. I probably would say the missiles are probably good for, There we go, okay. Now I can. That's it. As long as you're aiming at the circle, you're good.
Upgrade unlocked.
There you go. Now we got an upgrade. Now, we can actually just aim at our enemies here. Apparently we need to... Oh!
Final wave.
Corvette? Never seen that one before. Go. So, like, ideally, this is what it's supposed to do.
Round complete.
There we go. It's just really trying to figure out how to get everything, get every single combo. But I like games kind of like this here. I felt like this game actually could, like, I haven't played Strike 0. I'm honestly thinking about buying it from the Steam sale. Because this game, I think, is about maybe 4 or 5 years old now. Yeah, so we got C rank, D rank, and a B rank. And we unlocked a performance upgrade. Nice. And we got 3,500 credits. So, apparently now we got a performance upgrade. Performance increases the maximum speed of your ship and improves its thrusters. You can also get better shields, so you basically can get better upgrades. I think this, honestly, is probably how you get higher scores, just by continuing to play. But here's our next round. It's going to have interceptors, missile interceptors, fighters, and corvettes. Kill enemies before the wave timer expires to increase your multiplier. Kill freighters to unlock upgrades and weapons. Locate the target priority option to locate transports. So like I said, it really encourages you... It's a very fast-paced game, but at the same time, it really wants you to be very specific on what you're targeting. So this is actually one thing that wasn't explained in the tutorial, and I had kind of a bit of an issue navigating this. You can actually upgrade, you basically can buy pilots and such. So, for example, we have 3,500 credits. We can actually get, so with Y and X, that's kind of the weird part about this is, you can buy a fighter for 1,500, or you can even increase their skills as well. So, like, we can actually buy 2 fighters here, for example. And the benefit is that, actually, we can actually just buy 1. So, if you do levels, you can actually upgrade the pilots. That just makes them better pilots. That part's not really explained too well, in my opinion, but it's one of those things you still probably want to spend your money. So we're going to have this one little fighter with us. You're basically building an army as you play through it, because your allies will also get you points as well. And then between rounds, you can even choose if you want to switch your guns. Oops, I didn't mean per se. So basically, you could just switch your weapons. So what I want to do...
Wave incoming.
So we'll see the enemies up here, somewhere around here. There we are. I am all the way over there. Like I said, it's all about being able to get them in sequence. I can actually press Y. Get in range.
Wave incoming. An enemy transport has folded in.
Oh, there you go. Press the transport. There's our shuttle. And I am going to use my boosters to get away from them, because that's a bonus objective, and I want to try and get this one, because I normally don't get it. What the? Oh, this thing does not want to get hit at all. Probably should have used missiles. There we go. Nice. Alright, now we can go back to the battle. So I can switch my weapons back to the missiles. And press select here to go back to my objective. Actually, just do this. One hard part. Where? There we go. Oh. This is actually one of the weird parts. It's like once it gets to left and right, I start losing control. Is that really? No, there's still something else. I will say, getting, like... It's not as generous as I want it to be. At least from missile lock. You do apparently have a limited amount of missiles. And the guns are easily probably your weakest part. Got to transform here. Is that another... Oh, it's the Corvette. Let's go take care of this Corvette. Take out the Corvette. There we go. Hopefully I can just take care of the pilots. Like, you just get these bursts of adrenaline, or like those burst moments. Come on. Stay on target. What? Just to let you know, there's no... Yeah, there you go. No loss to... There we go. Missile evaded. Where's the last one? Gotta do like a weird claw style here or something. There we go.
Round complete.
There we go. I don't know how someone like Eggplant here gets his score up that high. It's kind of ridiculous in my book. I think it's just because of how long he's probably played this. There you go, 2Bs and 2Ds. Let's see. Ally save, 750. Actually got ourselves a lot more credits this time. And now we have a bonus round here. No reinforcements, unlimited flux, destroys as much enemies as you can in the time given. Death in bonus round will not end your game. So this is also choosing what weapons you want. Unfortunately, we don't have any. So I basically have 2 torpedoes or 2 sets of missiles. Just gonna go with I'm just gonna use the basics here. Because we actually have unlimited flux. So that means we can actually just stay in a transformed state.
Bonus round.
Well, the question is, where's the enemy? There they are. There they are. That's a lot of enemies, just to let you know. There's gonna be a lot of them. And I mean a lot of them. The downside about this, the other downside about this game is that it's really, really bad at giving you a good target. And I don't know why it's really bad at that. Like I said, this is just a bonus round. Kinda shows how insane this can actually get. I think you actually can run out of missiles, though, unfortunately. Oh, no, you don't. You have unlimited missiles, too. Oh, lovely. Let's just do dodge everything that comes at you. I think I could just kite them. Hopefully my shields will actually stay alive. Good, I have shields again. You're the only one on the battlefield. They're all gonna want to eat you alive. I think now it's over.
Round complete.
Yep, it's over. That's the bonus round. Kind of insane. Oh, this is the first time I got an A rank. Give me upgrades, though. So this is actually our next round, so this is stage 3 out of 18. Interceptors, fighters, corvettes, and another frigate. Successfully destroy capital ships will earn you bonus credits. Capital ships' weak points are marked with that icon. Alrighty. So, looks like we have to actually buy our soldiers each round. So I guess you get 5 interceptors each time. So you basically have 20. You can basically have 20 fighters on the field if you want. So 3 bombers, or you can buy a frigate and a cruiser. So I can actually make them better. I actually don't know how far you can actually push things. Like how important it is to actually upgrade them. If I actually decrease, I could buy interceptors, but I think I'll do one more I'm gonna take the chance. You know what? Actually, no. Let's just buy an armada here and see how that goes. I'll buy an armada of fighters. They still have the small plasma gun. We also do have a light machine gun. Doesn't really do much damage, but it just fires a lot of bullets. But shorter range. But it's not going to cost you your energy, so you can use like your thruster and stuff. And they do give you a lot of minigun. There's your allies. Like I said, you can have a lot of allies.
Wave incoming.
And anytime they get a kill, the better the better off you'll be. When I say allies will get kills, I mean they will get kills. As in, they will get into their own dogfights. And that can also make the rounds go a lot faster, too. But
Wave incoming.
they somewhat decrease your score, unfortunately. So I'm gonna see if there's any more transporters. Nope, okay, just them. Kind of outnumber the enemy. I don't know if credits actually carry over. I don't think they do.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Where? There's the transport, right there. Let's blow this transport up.
Weapon unlocked.
Get that multiplier up. Oh, need to do that.
Wave cleared.
There we go.
Wave
It's weird that
incoming.
B and X is the, Wait, is that junk? Oh, it's wreckage. Okay, never mind. Probably should help my allies. And you can just dump all of your flux if you want into an enemy. Probably not the smartest idea I did there.
Wave cleared.
Oh, hello.
Final wave.
And you also do get points for destroying this as well.
Colonial frigate has folded in. Target its flak turrets so your allies can help you destroy.
So this is actually where things really get hot and heavy. Or at least for the enemies. Uh-oh. Or if you run into things, you're gonna get smoked. There we go, destroy that. Actually, it's not. So let's actually change our objective. Actually, quite a bit of weak spots there. Oops, that actually hurt. So, like I said, there's weak points you can actually shoot at, or you can also destroy the flak turrets, which is what I'm gonna do. This is where I love games about flying and such. I'm actually just gonna use my. I'm actually already out of. Oh, that. I think I destroyed everything. Oh, never mind. There's actually plenty of stuff I could destroy here. The one hard part about this is you have to actually really get underneath the ship. I think we've destroyed most of the guns, though. I'm actually gonna change back to my missiles here. There's probably still something left. There we go. Yeah, So the only thing left is the frigate. Should be able to just hit this. Just gonna speed up. Yeah, so the only thing left is the frigate. Actually. There we go. Hopefully that'll do it. It did not. That actually sucked. Oh, crap. Oh, there's actually 2 guns left on this thing.
Round complete.
Destroy the wreckage. Nope, couldn't destroy it in time. Probably should have switched over to strike suit. Hey, got an S rank. And we unlocked the Raptor. And we got swarm missiles too. Let's see here. We have 10,000 credits now. Ally save, 3,000. Shuttle kills, capital ship kills. Only one upgrade though, unfortunately. Heavy fighters. Heavy fighters are equipped with large plasma cannons that have a long range and can inflict massive damage on ships of any size. Ooh, that's rough. Heavy fighters can make short work of bombers and capital ships. Recommended reinforcements: frigate, interceptors, or fighters. Yeah, so you actually always just lose every time. You lose them every time. That's a little weird, honestly. Well, I said fighters, so let's actually use some fighters here. I'm gonna see if we can actually hold on to our credits. We did get a new set of missiles here, so we actually now have the swarm missiles. They have a fast lock rate, have high capacity that can hit a single target multiple times in a single barrage, but they have low damage and short range. I think I'm gonna stick with the default setup because basically these are rockets. And they have long range and high capacity. I actually like that a lot better. So we'll just use the default build. Alright. Now, let's go back to our objective here.
Wave incoming.
Oh. Okay. I wonder if I could. Nope. Alright. There's something else here. Whoa! Hello. Let's see. Fighter craft or objective. That's it.
Wave cleared. Wave incoming. Colonial corvettes fire torpedoes. Intercept these torpedoes to minimize damage to your capital ships.
Okay.
Ship down. Repeat, ship down.
Oh, there's their fighters. There we go. There's that. Take care of these corvettes then. I don't think there was a transport ship. No, there wasn't.
Target down. An enemy transport has folded in.
Where's that transport? There it is. There's the transport. That's a long ways away.
Target destroyed.
Look at this frigate. Oh, I know transport. Alright, that...
Unlocked.
I'm just gonna kill their entire fleet. Alright.
Switching targets.
What? Ah, didn't use my... Oh, better switch back. I don't know why I'm not... Like I said, this game is kind of button busy as well. I've been playing a lot of weird button busy games, honestly. Enter the Gungeon, this. I also even tried Bayonetta again. And man, it's been a while. There you go. Killed my thrusters, but... Yep. Explored objective, fighter. How does he get such a high score? I mean, I guess the multiplier makes sense.
Cleared.
Let's wave 2.
Wave incoming.
I have 16 out of 20 fighters left. Wow. Why is that wreckage? Heavy fighter. Oh, there's heavy fighters. That's not good. I'm way too far away from this. This is why we use them. This is why the minigun gets used.
That's another kill.
We're out of the other gun. I am already out of missiles. Oh, okay, the allies could just take care of it.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Where's the transporter? Alright. Oh, I want the transport. Back, how many do we have left? Just launch all the missiles.
Weapon unlocked.
I'd like to know, honestly, how you get the maximum amount of bonus for this game. Like, it really does seem like an interesting high-score shooter game. Oh. There we go. What? I honestly thought I had him. Let's see. Really? Oh. It's still a heavy fighter. Why are you telling me to go kill the junk? Oh, that would explain it.
Cleared. Final wave.
Are not. Oh, that's not good. I like how much thrust you can actually end up getting. There's Captain's ship. Leave this actually. Yeah, so you have to really target a lot of guns.
frigate has folded in.
Another one? It's the one downside about this thing. Like, what this game should be doing, and what it does wrong, it's its targeting system. And that's really honestly what this thing does wrong, is the targeting system. Like, there's so many things you could be shooting at, but it's like, here, shoot the core. Ooh, that was good. Like, if it really wanted me to destroy everything, it would have me not do manual. Man, these things have a lot of health. So, like, see, it just jumps back to the worst target. Like, it needs to constantly tell me, like, let me destroy the little stuff. And it doesn't do that. It tells me destroy the big stuff. Like, how can I actually destroy the big stuff, the ship itself, with what firepower it gives me if it doesn't let me do it? Is there anything else? Around. Tough. Yeah, I'm 700 meters away from the core. I don't even think there's anything else on this thing. Oh no, there is. That's the other part that kind of sucks as well, is for some strange reason, I don't know why, I have any more torpedoes. I don't have any more. There we go. Like, it's hard to tell if I'm actually hitting stuff. Like, that's the one thing that kind of sucks about this whole thing. How many more weak points do you have? Am I even... See, that's the one, like, that's the one weird thing. It's like you're shooting a ship that clearly should be taking damage, and it doesn't take damage. Like, that's the one weird part about it, is where... I've only destroyed one of the frigates, too. I'm trying to figure out where I should be shooting this thing. Is there still something? There's still something shooting. Oh, they left. Oh, goody. I ran out of time. Like I said, that's the one thing that I really don't like. Is that... Is there another... There's... Objective? There's another objective? Oh, okay. Alright.
Round complete.
There we go. 15 out of 20 soldiers came back alive. That was not exactly the best round. Fighter Missile 2. A shield upgrade. Very nice. And... Okay, so you do hold on to your previous stuff. And now we have level 1 shields. We have a bonus round. Unlimited Flux. I want a better plasma... Actually, no, I don't really want a better plasma gun. Let's see... Is medium range, that has moderate damage to both shields and hull, and has a fair capacity. Like most missile shields, fighter class missiles require a target. A low rate damage. How many do I get though? That's the well. Let's find out how many I get. I guess that's the only way to find out, and what better way to do it than the bonus stage. 24. Probably kind of like my old one better.
Bonus round.
Probably should do nearest. I'm gonna be firing a lot of missiles. This is gonna get ugly. How many of you? Oh my god. I literally just backed into everyone, didn't I? Yes, I did. Oh, that is a lot of enemies. It's good to know they, like, kind of feel like they should really actually just give you infinite missiles. Why? This is a bonus bonanza here. They're all leaving now. They all left!
Round complete.
That was a lot. That was a lot better than last time. An A rank! I'll take it. Just for the points, apparently. Frigate mine layers. What do? Mine layers fire torpedoes that release active mines. They seek out enemies and are devastating to smaller ships. Well, that's not good. Let's see. Smaller ships, huh? Let's see. I could actually have a frigate, oddly enough. I can also fire volleys of torpedoes at other capital ships. I'm debating if I want to actually... Wait, how much can I actually do here? Actually, just do that. Well, let's try that. Alright, why am I limited to just rocket pods? That's odd. Alright, I guess I'm just limited to the rocket pods. That kind of sucks. I was honestly expecting something better. As the bombers. Really weird.
Incoming.
I mean... Like, I like having missiles. Get out of here. So much action happen on screen here.
Wave cleared.
But you're not gonna get any action for yourself.
Wave
I actually wonder if that's actually the solution, but that doesn't sound right, considering they want you to get stuff. I wonder if the guns are better. Much damage. Well, they do a good amount of damage to shields.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Alright, let's go up to that transporter. And destroyed with the torpedoes.
Upgrade unlocked.
Go. This is an upgrade. Let's check out these guys. See, at that point, like, once I see I'm not going to do any damage to him, I might as well just use this, or transform back. Still like to know how they get so many points. It's ridiculous. Is there just like an Uber gun or something I'm missing? Go. See, I like controlling the left and right with the left analog stick and not the right. Like, that's just a personal preference. Let's go get that objective. Go.
Wave incoming. Colonial mine layers fire torpedoes that carry mines. These mines will actively seek out allied fighters and
I want to take care of that, actually. Mine layer. Mine layer, perfect. That's gonna kill my entire squad. Another Corvette? No, there's no more Corvettes. Okay. Plenty of wreckage, though. Plenty of wreckage for some reason. I guess anything that'll keep your... Come on. That'll keep your score up. We lost a bomber, and we've already lost 5 fighters, too. My good. Here we go. Another mine layer. Let's take it out. There's Corvette. Where? Can I not fire on this thing? I can't. Holy crap. I wonder why I can't. That's a little odd. Oh, is there another Corvette? No, there's not. Okay. Should I just take care of fighter craft here. Oof. Very much a trance-based music here. Oh my god! Get out of here. Surprised that actually still got me. Gotta just free ball it. Well, really, I only had one set of turrets? That kinda sucks. Really sucks, actually. That I do see. I just want to target like a turret. Take care of those. Oh, it's not destroyed yet. Ah, you're kidding me. There you go. What? What? I'm surprised actually I'm able to hit this thing. Get destroyed.
Round complete.
Is that it? That should be it. That was close. Oh. What am I doing? I could shoot the wreckage. I could have shot the wreckage. Could have been worth points. And I've been dropping a lot of frames lately. What do we got here? Ooh, we unlocked the other ship, the Marauder, and we got an energy upgrade. Oh, thank goodness. That's actually probably what I need, if anything. Shuttle kills 0. When am I gonna get shuttle kills? There we go. And that gives me plasma and railgun just drain energy. Energy upgrades increase the amount of energy available. Good. That's actually what I want. So that's actually probably how you get better at this game. Cruisers. Cruisers are formidable ships carrying large numbers of turrets and can deal with almost any situation. Recommended. Frigates are bombers, interceptors are fighters. Okay. Oh, we have 5,000. Oh, let's back up. Let's see. Bombers would be nice. I wish you kind of said like what bombers were excellent at. Guess if anything, why don't we level them up one more? Let's take the chance. So, can I... Okay, good. I can swap. I can have my missiles again. I'm gonna keep a pair of torpedoes, though. That was weird, only having one. Swarm, Missile Mark II. Actually, if I do low... Yeah, so never mind, actually. I should have taken the Mark II, because 4 missiles is a lot better. Alright. These guys do not play nice. Why am I braking when I don't need to brake right now? Come on. Really hard to get these guys into view. I'll tell you that right now. Also, really... I gotta be honest, I wish... Like, it feels like this game is half good, like it's a Tale of Two Games again. Like, this honestly could be a solid piloting game, or a solid mech game. And they're trying to do both. Oh, I saw transport. Over to torpedoes. And let's blow this sucker up. I can actually get in the action. Damn it. I also wish, like, you could... That mark for how to shoot from long distances just stayed up the entire time. Or, like, once the moment you see the enemy health, that's what you should be able to shoot at. Yeah, it looks like actually using the flak cannon's better against the, against the enemies. Let's see. That's a Corvette. That said Corvette. Take care of that. How good does that do? Like, you have to kill the little guys to get your multiplier up, but at the same time, gotta be honest, taking care of this thing, it's really nice. So, I wish this game wasn't so button busy. I really wish this game wasn't so button busy. Just give me a target. Give me something to shoot. Actually... Like I said, I think this honestly could be a really good mech game or a really good solid piloting game, but it feels like it decided to be torn on what it wanted to be, or tried to do both at the same time. Which honestly, for Born Ready, good on them, but I feel like they should be their own separate games.
Wave incoming.
Got here. Capital ship. Cutters are really handy here. What? Okay, for a second I thought I wasn't getting anything. That is what I hate about this damn ship. About this damn game. It's not a good targeting system. It's not a good targeting system. It needs a much better targeting system. Don't just have frigate, have every single turret and have weak points. Those are the things the player should be able to target. Not frigate and just make it one gigantic thing. It doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. It really doesn't work like that. A lot of things to like about this game, but at the same time, like say, I'm just gonna target frigate, I'll be honest, sucks. Every time. Like, here, I'm just gonna target frigate. That's not what I need to actually hit. I need to destroy your... I want to destroy every other weapon that you have on this ship. And apparently I was going to run into my enemy. Ah, I'm targeting frigate again. Why is... I don't know why that's an option.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Hello? I'm gonna go get that. Like, it makes sense, like, if you're just only have one thing to shoot, like the shuttle here. Don't know why I'm lighting up on the gas. Nice. Go. Capital ship. Let's go back. Just give me a target, please, game. I don't even know what's shooting at me, and it actually makes me mad about this. Like, that's the biggest downfall of this game. I'm clearly having people shoot at me, but this game is so... It's not a gamepad friendly game. I really have to stop playing games with gamepad, even though they honestly should be better designed for it. I know I shouldn't do it though. And I ran into the ship again. Stop targeting the stupid... Final wave?
Cruiser has folded in. Target its beam turrets to minimize damage to your capital ships.
Oh crap. No, not accelerate. I'm not even done with the bloody... That's the other thing that sucks. Because of the way this game is designed, frigate only has one actual spot you need to hit. Everything else does not matter. Like, if it's red, then... Like, you had to shoot that one particular spot. Why? Why does it have that? It's one of the worst things that they've designed in this game. Like, there's always that one little thing that would make their game great, but for some reason, it's just not there. Like, it really should just be, just shoot at it. And there goes the frigate. I didn't even destroy the frigate. Alright. Let's just focus the objective. Oh my goodness. How did you not see this as a problem? I'm going to die. I don't even have anything, do I? I don't even know if I'm shooting on the right side here. I literally am just sacrificing all my flux, hoping I hit something. Oh, that's not... I hit the accelerate again. And that time it actually cost me. That's the one thing that makes this game suffer, and it's a very... It's always that one critical thing. And... I'm trying to think of the best way to put it. Because when you just have... I think if anything, like, it should have been designed like, here, just destroy all the guns, and then, or you target the weak point, where it's like... Or you can have a bunch of weak points, and if you destroy the weak points, then the ship just goes. I really wish that was the solution to the capital ships and stuff when they have multiple guns. Because when you have a single spot that you have to hit, and it's a very specific spot on all those ships, it's not something like you can shoot the engines or shoot the wreckage of a part you've destroyed, and the ship does, and the capital ships don't take any damage, and that's what this sucks about it. I mean, this is clearly like a game you should probably play with a joystick, or... I don't think you should play, you probably shouldn't play this game with mouse and keyboard. This is probably a joystick and keyboard game, if anything. Because you're gonna have probably a lot better control when it comes to transitioning between flight mode and mech mode, or strike suit mode. And this honestly looks like this actually, like, I'm actually surprised they didn't make another game, or divided, make like a dedicated strike suit game or a dedicated piloting game. Because I think if you actually relieve the tension, or like you can speed up one, probably you could speed up the mech part, and you could slow down the piloting part, you honestly would have two really good games. Like, you would still need to fix the targeting system. Targeting system is easily probably the worst, one of the worst parts, at least for using it on a gamepad. Because this game gets incredibly fast-paced. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, it really is honestly ridiculous of how fast-paced this game actually becomes. And you have to do so much, and that flux meter just drains so quickly. How far did we get? We got to round... Wow, we got to round 6. We didn't even survive that. I'm actually curious, like, there's gotta be something I'm missing here. Let's actually go back into round 6 here. So we now have the Marauder here. Marauder is a second-generation strike suit and is slower and more cumbersome than the original. In strike mode, it carries a long-range cannon capable of ripping capital ships apart. The missiles on the Marauder are essentially mini torpedoes with low turn rates but high damage. The Raptor is a second-generation strike suit and is even faster than the original. In strike suit mode, it carries a high-powered, short-range cannon capable of destroying fighters and entire waves of torpedoes in a single shot. It also comes equipped with rapid-fire missiles to deter fighters at close range. Interesting. Let's try the Marauder here, since this mission's dedicated towards fighting a capital ship. But I'm curious, though. Is this game just going to send me in by myself, or is it going to give me a certain amount? Okay, so it actually does give me a certain amount of credits to actually deal with. And I have to upgrade everything all by myself. Wow, that... Ooh, that's rough. I mean, getting up to level 2 is no problem. But clearly, if you want the best shot, you're going to be wanting to... You're going to want to, just... Let's see... Let's just... do that. 2 bombers, 2 that. And we'll just use interceptors. Let's see. This is a plasma gun. This is a medium plasma gun. And this has anywhere to take the light machine gun. So let's take Fighter Missile Mark II. I think we'll leave the torpedoes. There we go. This has... How does it have a bigger... Oh, it's strike suit mode. Okay, right.
Wave incoming.
So all the pilot modes are the same. Let's try fighter craft here.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Really? Already? Alright. Take care of this thing then. One thing as well, like, I'm surprised there's no evasion opportunity.
Wave incoming.
Go.
Upgrade unlocked.
Oh, okay, I see. So it's okay. Kinda wish... This is actually a very difficult game. That doesn't help that some things just go away. There we go.
Wave incoming.
Correcting it. So, let's see how this does then. Go back to our torpedoes. Like, clearly they actually want you to, like, destroy this last, I think, with the original. Oh, that is...
Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Hey, Fahrenheit, how you doing? How are you doing tonight? Well, your stream went well. It's raining, old men. Ugh. That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right at all. I'm not sure what I feel about that. Hang on a second here. I'm playing Macross. By Macross, I guess you probably would refer today as Robotech. Get another shot in. Yes, I can. How are you doing? Sorry, I'm a little... This actually kind of takes a little bit of focus. Game's all over the place. It's a very button-busy game. But I can't resist a good ship game, a good flying game.
Wave cleared.
Way too much Orlando in Final Fantasy Record Keeper. Hello, Radio Mac. How are you doing as well? Let's see. Wreckage. There we go. This is what I need. I'm gonna switch to just commit to objective. Ah, that actually was better. Assuming I could actually get people to focus on something else besides me. Alright, this, like I said, this is Strike Suit Infinity. This is basically, how to put it? Imagine if you were playing a, I think of a better way to describe this. Oh, this is just targeting the frigate again. Imagine if you were playing, like, your favorite, like, TIE fighter and such, except a lot more high action and a little wonkier when it comes to the what you should actually be targeting. Like, you can't just shoot the ship and be fine. And destroy it. As much as I'd love to, you can't just shoot the ship and win. Like, if anything, actually, that'll probably get you hurt more. And we finally got the frigate. This strike suit is expert at taking out capital ships. But let's see if we can actually take out the cruiser here. That thing destroyed me last time. What is going on here? Wreckage is not what I need to target, game. There's an entire... Oh, damn it. Didn't target. There we go. Hopefully that did something. So what this game actually runs on is flux. So basically by doing more damage and such, you're doing flux damage. Or you're gaining flux, I should say. And that flux lets you transform. Well, I should actually... Oh, get eaten alive, apparently. This makes it very difficult to actually see what's going on here, or what I need to actually shoot. Look at that brightness. A lot better, doing a lot better this time. It is an interesting game. It is an interesting game. But I feel like it also suffers, because targeting in this game is very difficult. Like, it's hard to actually keep track of everything that's going on. It really is. Because half of the time, like, it'll just want to go back to shooting cruiser. And it doesn't let you actually target what you need to target. Never mind, someone took care of the cruiser. Can even destroy the wreckage. More points.
Round complete.
It is an interesting game. Like, you can actually get this game. So there's Strike Suit Infinity, Strike Suit Zero, and Strike Suit Zero Director's Cut. You should probably just get Strike Suit Zero Director's Cut. Just simply because, like, Strike Suit Zero Director's Cut is basically the main story mode. Strike Suit Infinity, it's a standalone game that's basically like a horde mode or, you know, endurance mode. You know, kind of see how long you can actually last. Now self a shield upgrade. 19,000 credits, most I've ever had. So I have the upgrades here. So upgrades apply to all the strike suits you get. So there's 5 things, and you basically have to destroy... Anytime you see a transport ship, chances are they're the ones holding the upgrades from what I've experienced. There's only 18 rounds that you need to survive. So you can basically start at round 1 or wherever you might have failed at, and it's basically just trying to survive. Like, I think if anything, this actually introduces the game... Oh, this is a bonus round. Okay, so this is actually one of the bonus rounds. So I can actually just show the strike mode. So in this mode here, we have unlimited flux, so we can actually just stay as our strike suit mode. This game actually does have multiple, it does have multiple, what do you call it? Apparently, these are really long range for a strike suit. I'm actually impressed of how far range these things are. Oh, that's not good. Probably evade all these missiles that are coming at me. I'm also surprised I haven't killed anything yet. I have all these torpedoes here, and nothing's been destroyed yet. Okay, so... At least I think this is the only way I'm gonna get kills with this one here, because this strike suit's built to destroy the Marauders. But at least it has very long-range guns. I'm just used to the prototype strike suit. So when you're in strike suit, you can actually just hold Y. It'll actually do auto-targeting towards whatever is targeted next. Oh, hell! And there's all my enemies. There's all the enemies. Okay, so 10 is the highest multiplier you can get. Can I do both? Yes, I can, actually.
Round complete.
Oh. There you go. Yeah, so like I said, if you're ever interested in like piloting games, this game actually does have full controller, keyboard, and joystick configuration. So you can actually play this game with a joystick and keyboard, if you so desire. Let's take a look here. So we have interceptors, fighters, kamikaze drones. These are new. Kamikaze drones. Select a target and fly straight at it before exploding. Their engines have distinctive noise that can warn of their approach. There are more corvettes and some frigates. This is round 7 out of 18. Recommended reinforcements. Frigates or cruiser, interceptors or fighters. I can actually buy 2. I can buy this or fighters. Frigates or cruiser, interceptors or fighters. I can't buy a cruiser. That takes 20,000. It's actually gonna sound. That's gonna be a terrible idea, but I'm actually gonna try it. Like, I'm using a gamepad. Like, I have 2 main criticisms. One is probably getting yourself set up to actually control the game, because it took a little bit of doing. And then the other part of it was when targeting these frigates or capital ships and such, it's very difficult to let's just do this. Get some early combo points. You do regenerate flux as well, but not at a very high rate. It's really, you have to get the kills. Let's see. Okay, so there's only fighter crafts.
Wave incoming. Colonial kamikaze drones seek out their targets and explode on impact, dealing damage to fighters and capital ships.
How many can I actually take care of? Those are really hard to hit, and they love to swerve. Oh, there's the dot. So the dot there basically tells me where I can actually shoot them. Is that all of them? No, that's not all of them. There.
Wave cleared.
Actually surprised I didn't lose. Oh no, I lost a fighter.
Wave incoming. Enemy corvettes have folded in.
I'm gonna just unleash my torpedoes. Let's see. Another Corvette. There's a lot of Corvettes here. Like I said, this is not a slow-paced game. Kinda wish. Like, a dot is supposed to appear, letting me know where I can actually if I can actually shoot these guys. There we go. I'm missing all of my shots right now. There we go.
An enemy transport has folded in.
Hello? Where's that transport? Transport! Where are you? There you are. What? There we go. Alright. Oh, there's two of them. That should hopefully take care of it.
Upgrade unlocked.
Oh, another Corvette. See, like I said, the one downside about this game is the targeting. Because it'll just target, like, something across the entire stage for some strange reason. And I don't know why it wants to do it that way. I really don't know why. But it does a good job, like, overall being a flight game. Kinda wish it was, like, either became more focused on what it wanted to be. Alright, clearly that's not working. It's just... not really getting any combos this time around. Here's my EMP. Like I said, they really went above and beyond wanting to throw everything they wanted into this game, because you will...
Wave incoming.
I'm not dealing.
Frigate has folded in.
Did they say a frigate? Yeah, they said a frigate. Alright. Although I wish they actually had better music. And this definitely pulls off the whole trance thing. Let's see how well those do. I have a frigate here. Hopefully it destroyed something.
Transport has folded in.
God, this thing just rips you apart for no reason. destroy shuttle? Oh, shoot. What's the shuttle? Gotta get that. Gotta get to that shuttle.
Final wave. Enemy frigates have folded in. Kamikaze drones have folded in.
There we go. Did I just blow up? Yeah, I just blew up. Too many missiles were after me. Huh. Guess it doesn't matter what stage you start. It honestly feels like it doesn't matter what stage you start at. I'll try and beat this one stage again. Got up to personal space. Man, I don't know what Eggplant's doing. Probably just has a lot of upgrades. There's definitely progressive upgrades in this game. Because look at the scores. Either they're really, really hacked, or it's actually possible to get that score. And I kind of want to say, just simply because it's PC gaming and people just want to have their name on the scoreboard. Is that really... No, actually, there are other people. It makes me think. It's like stage 1, 1,000,000 points. You gotta be kidding me. There's no way. There's no way to get 1,000,000 points. You'd have to get a 10 times multiplier right off the bat just to actually do it. Well, let's see here. So we tried the Marauder. Let's try the Raptor here. Let's see. This one creates a high-powered short-range cannon capable of destroying fighters and entire waves of torpedoes with a single shot. Let's give it a shot. This will be the last mission I'll do. Like I said, I just wanted to try out this game and stream it and see how I felt about it. And I kind of feel the same way. It's really awkward controls. You can customize it, but then it's still a very button-busy game. Let's see, it gives me 8,000 this time. That really, you're only gonna give me. Man, they really want you to earn it. Let's do this then. Let's see. Small plasma, still. Oh, fighters, swarm missiles. Alright, so how's this go?
Wave incoming.
Oh, that's a lot faster. Probably I should just try use double. I'm just gonna... Kinda wish it was a little easier to shoot, to actually shoot down people. Alright, I've got to see what this does. So let's see what this does. That does... It's a flak cannon. Why couldn't they just say it was a flak cannon? That's not good. That's terrible, actually. It's not good at all, actually.
Wave incoming. Colonial kamikaze drones seek out their targets and explode on impact, dealing damage to fighters and capital ships.
And that really drains your, power. I don't know what this... What is your missile? What is your sub-missile? I'm not able to shoot anything.
Transport has folded in.
Let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna go with the transport then.
Wave cleared. Wave incoming. Enemy corvettes have folded in.
That's not that great. Wow, that was actually terrible. Just gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way. There. Ah, darn it. Now I should be able to fire at it. This game gives you way too many. It limits you too much. That's the big problem with this game that I have with it. It limits you way too much. Like, energy should not exist as a mechanic. Just give me a gun I can fire all the time. That's all honestly I want for my ship mode. Half of the time I'm running out of energy, and I hate it. Like, I get no enjoyment out of it. Although I will say, getting the why? I don't know. Like I said, you see, it's like, I'm running into a lot of games that just go halfway. Like, I want to enjoy it, but at the same time, I'm, like, there's like, one or two decisions that's like, why? Why would you make this decision? If you didn't make that decision, it could actually be a fun game to play. And it really sucks it's like that. Man, I also kind of... Nope. Yeah, like I said, it's... It just goes halfway. It does one thing. It has an interesting concept. Like, a concept I really actually like. And it's because the moment you are switching between your ship and the mech, and I understand, like, the mech feeling like it's supposed to be that power moment. Honestly, it doesn't. Like, it is your power moment, but because of the way the targeting system was developed in this game, when you're fighting the capital ships, you're honestly just throwing a bunch of missiles at nothing, because you're not actually getting to target, or I guess I should say, if destroying all the turrets and such does not lead to the destruction of the capital ship itself. You still have to hit the core, which could just simply be on the other side of the ship. But just realize something. You just launched a bunch of missiles at a ship, and it takes no damage. And that's one of the problems. The other problem is, at least for the ship, there's no, like, real evasive maneuvers or anything. Like, it's a super high-speed game. And that honestly feel like it should either be slowed down for the ship, or sped up for the mech. Or at least keep its current pace just for the mech. And it feels like it should honestly just be one or two of those things. You should either slow down the game and just have it be about the ship, and that would be fine. That would actually be a fun game to play. Or you make it about being the mech, and you can keep it as high-speed battles, and it would be a lot of fun in that aspect. But it's like, the moment you have, like, I just run out of energy, I'll be honest, honestly, this Gatling gun is crap. The Gatling gun in this game is terrible. It's an interesting idea, but if it's gonna be a short-range weapon, it's gotta pack a lot of punch. And it doesn't. It's honestly extremely weak, and you might as well just either give us, like, infant ammo on the plasma cannons. And maybe that's just something because you can like, your ship gets upgrades and stuff the more you play through this game. And that makes sense, but honestly, it's one of those things like, why do you even have to get the upgrades in the first place? Your base design should want to make people play the game. They shouldn't have to feel like they are investing a lot of time to then get a competent ship that might have infinite energy ammo. Because when you're running out of ammo, and once again, like I said, this is a very button-busy game. You're using everything on this game, on this controller. You're using you have to, like, if you want to just switch from actual movement to switching weapons, you gotta press the D-pad. You know, same thing with you're choosing between firing and, you know, firing and movement, or basically rolling or turning your ship around. You're going to be taking your hand off or thumb off the right analog stick just to press the target button, hoping the targeting system will give you a target that you'll want to actually attack. It's an interesting game. I'll probably actually still buy the Director's Cut, because maybe the story mode makes things a little bit more interesting. I mean, given the price right now that they're $4, I don't think you'd be missing much for buying it, but I think it's definitely one of those consumer beware options, in the sense that you're going to be buying a game that is going to be you're going to have to customize the controls to suit your own flight preferences. And you're gonna have to accept a it's not even a janky targeting system. It's a targeting system that shouldn't have... It's enemies that should not have a weak point that that has to be hit at a very specific point of the ship. You're firing at a ship in space, any damage should be damage. Like, whether you're shooting the weak points, like the game actually designed, but like, that's honestly a nice feature. But even destroying a turret should contribute to damage, and if you destroy every component on the ship, why not just make the ship blow up? I had a frigate. I destroyed every single turret and weak point off it. It wasn't destroyed. Don't know why that is. Not a good design. But that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thank you very much for watching. I don't know if I'll be streaming this again tomorrow. Like, this honestly, I could see myself really getting into it, but this is a tale of two games. This, honestly, it's the same thing, like, I think people had problems with For Honor, it was a fighting game. For Honor was a fighting game that should have focused on, like, the 1v1s and the 2v2s. But then you threw in gear stats in a 4v4 mode, and everyone just wanted to play that. And you could have had two really good games if you just separated them. But I think this is honestly the same thing. It's very ambitious developers making, honestly, a very unique IP. This is something that honestly I like to play, and it really sucks knowing. I understand why people didn't catch wildfire, because the controls are targeting system and controls. That's really what it comes down to. Either they need to slow it down for the ship and just make it more about the flying of the ship, or you can keep it at the pace as it is and just let you play the mech. And I feel like if Born Ready did that, they would probably actually have a hit on their hands. Because I gotta be honest, even between playing a lot of mech games, playing the mech was actually overall a pretty decent experience. It just sucks that it was just so limited, and it just felt like you really didn't make that bombastic impact turning the tide or destroying a bunch of enemies and such. You know, targeting in this game was really, really difficult. It does, here's the thing, it does that somewhat successfully. It feels like you're piloting, I'm trying to think of another game. It's more fast-paced than Armored Core. I know Armored Core isn't about flying in space and such, but still. It already does that well enough. It already gives you the feeling like you're piloting a ship, you're piloting a mech. And there are some mech games that make it extremely weighted. Armored Core has a good job of making a game. You can make a mech that's very fast-paced or very slow-paced. This is clearly more on the faster-paced side, but it still accomplishes the feeling that you're piloting. It comes down to being able to actually target what you want to target and destroy it. And that's where this game kind of falters. Like, every time I was fighting those capital ships, I want to target all the guns on it, because that makes sense, because, like, I want to keep my allies alive, because they'll help me destroy it. And half the time it's like, here, hit this one little spot. And that one little spot is the only way you actually do damage to that capital ship. You could literally be on the other side of the ship, shoot at that point, but because it's on the other side, it wasn't taking damage. That's the problem. That itself is the problem. If you're firing from the other side of it, it's invulnerable. I'm sorry, but when you're shooting at a ship in space, any damage you can do to it is damage. And so the only other way to like try and do some sort of damage is hit the weak spots enough, which does drastically reduce the health of the capital ships, but it doesn't destroy it. Nor does hitting that add on to further damage. Like, that's the problem with those capital ships in the targeting system. I didn't like the Raptor. The Raptor had a flat gun, which in itself is like, that makes sense. Like, you can kill a fighter really easily, but at the same time, I didn't get to stay in my strike suit mode anywhere near as long as I did compared to the Marauder or just the prototype strike suit. That was really bad, honestly. And that's why I felt like I'm not feeling that I'm become incredibly powerful. And it also doesn't help that, say I destroy an entire wave of fighter pilots that are in my immediate vicinity, and you're supposed to be able to hold Y to auto-target to the next target. However, sometimes for some strange reason, it will then say I kill 4 out of the 5 fighters that are in like, immediate vicinity. It should jump to that 5th pilot, but instead it jumps over to someone else. And it could be like 5,000, let's just say, meters away in space. And so I'm wasting my flux firing, expecting, hey, I'm going to be able to shoot this thing, but no, I'm not. Like I said, it's those little things that really make that impact. Whether you can have a consistently fun time playing it, or you get those moments where it's like you're in that heat of battle, because this is a very high-paced, high-speed game, and you just get that frustration instead. And I was really feeling it every time I was fighting those capital ships. Every single time. And like the only time I got a power trip was in the bonus round when it let me have infinite flux. It's like, well, like, okay, cool, I see the power that I could unleash onto my enemies. But you're not letting me have it in the actual game mode itself. I don't know, maybe the director's cut better. Maybe it isn't. That's gonna do it for me tonight. Let me take a look here. Of course, Proton John, he's actually doing... I'm not going to raid him. I don't... especially not tonight. He's actually doing a sponsored stream with Sega, streaming through Bayonetta. So if you want to give yourself a watch on that, go enjoy yourself for the night there. He loves the Devil May Cry games. He loves Bayonetta. And so I believe it's him and Cerebro. But that's going to do it for me tonight. I don't know what I have planned tomorrow, but we shall see. Maybe I'll decide... Maybe I'll pull something from consoles. But, as always though, until then, take care.